Hello and welcome to another episode of Just Wing It with KSP RP-2. So last episode after the tragedy that claimed Kate's life, uh, the investigation ruled the accident as pilot error, but that didn't stop the engineers from working around the clock to try to make the airplane easier to land. So this is the result. It's just increased wingspan and increased flap size with the hope that the flaps will be able to slow down the airplane better and to decrease its stall and therefore landing speed. So now we're trying it again. Oh, also the landing gear was put farther apart to make it a more stable landing gear. I think part of the problem was the mission profile. I went up at a shallower angle to be able to reach the required speed before passing the 12.5 kilometer mark, as the contract requires. So that might have made us reach the the runway with a higher speed than the previous mission. That could have also been fixed by just launching from a little bit further away, but let's test this out. This is a simulation, by the way, for anybody that did not notice that on the screen. I already noticed a problem, at least in the higher altitudes, using the flaps. I didn't have enough pitch authority to maintain the nose up, but it seems at lower altitudes that's not the case, so just extended them again a little bit. So it looks promising over a bit high up. Need to remember to always keep prograde aimed just before the start of the runway to allow us to flare up. Let's turn on the brakes already. No reason we should have them off. Okay, we're on final approach, and we might actually be slowing a bit too much. We're not even at full flaps yet. Actually, no, it's still looking good. Another thing I considered was to put two control surfaces here to have them make like a split rudder to double as a air brake like the shuttle has. But let's test this first without landing gear. Full landing flaps. Oh no, not full landing flaps. I can't pull up with full flaps. Oh. Okay, that seemed a lot more stable, but I think I went overboard with the flaps. I don't have enough. They're not exactly in the center of mass, so they do provide some downwards torque. And I don't have enough pitch authority to compensate for that, so I'll reduce the size and I'll be testing this again, but off camera. Okay, so I tweaked this a little bit more, and yeah, this is going to be the final design. I made the flaps a little bit smaller to decrease the torque they are causing on the aircraft, and I moved the wing forward, and you can see the center of lift, which is the blue ball, is almost on the center of mass. And that way, like, it moves the flap closer to the center of mass. It will still provide torque, and at landing it takes almost all of the pitch authority to just keep it from nosing down, but it's not as bad as before. and it's landing below 400 meters per second now, so that's a good. It's still a bit fast, but I mean it's normal for a rocket plane that is going in um, unguided. And the performance didn't suffer a little bit because of the wing increase. It's more mass and also more drag, but it's definitely within the parameters for the contract, so not a problem. Uh, so, but because of the bug that it after simulation it returns you to the VAB instead of the hangar, I had to just like keep in mind the dimensions for the wing, and I hope I got them the same as the last successful flight, but it should be close enough. Okay, so what's next? We're first going to get this node, and then the airplane finishes before the sounder rocket, so we're going to fly the rocket plane mission first. Okay, so there's been an interesting development. We have finished research all the aircraft technologies that we need for now, and I wanted to change because I have a lot of aircraft research bonuses that I no longer need, but apparently removing people costs reputation, and we are in the negative in reputation. And we will be on the negative for some time because like missions don't give that much reputation each one. So yeah, we're stuck with this. Uh, Also for the companies, yeah, it costs reputation. Uh, how much active? So yeah, like you get like around. Oh well, wait. Oh yeah, but that's two crew in space. Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, we get less than 20 reputation for each mission, so that's more than 10 missions. Well, nothing for it. So the option would be to continue researching, if I can speak properly, the aircraft techs, but we also have this thing that if it's more cutting edge, it takes longer. Uh, Researching it would make these yellow ones go faster. Hmm. That might actually be a plan, though. Okay, let's cancel a few of these to get. Oh, we need early material science, anyways. Uh, Never mind. Um, do I want to? We don't really need any new rocket engines. Well, let's just continue with this at the very least, because I mean, we're reaching the limits of the capabilities of our sounding rocket. We can add some boosters to increase its like mission parameters, but yeah, let's go with some new rocket engines first. Okay, time to do the airplane mission. Okay, so we're all set. We have yes, these are the correct parameters. And Liselot. Liselot, yes. Uh, we will help to know where the name is supposedly from to maybe have a chance of guessing the pronunciation. Let's use a shoot. Okay. If we kill her, that might end the program altogether, so no pressure. Okay. Atmospheric autopilot is on. On throttle. Nope, I went a bit. Yes. It looks like I might have to pitch down. No, we should be fine. We should be fine. Oof, no, maybe. Yes, perfect. We did get credit for this. Because I think I had to reach 350 meters per second before reaching 12.5 kilometers. I should go up. Oof, okay. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. It was already almost empty of fuel anyways. And let's extend flaps. The first step only. We want to be going dead west. Where is the space center? Why can't I? Oh, that's bad. So I think I forgot to check. No, it did say 105 kilometers. What gives? Ah, this is bad. We're landing on uneven terrain then. And what sucks even more about this is that we won't get the bonus for landing in the runway. I thought it said 105 kilometers. What gives? Yeah, no. Definitely too far away. Or maybe not actually. Ooh, I see it, I see it, I see it. Okay, yeah, we can make it. We can make it. Okay, so we're actually going quite well. So I think, yeah, we were at the correct distance. It's just that the clouds do not allow us to actually see the space center. We're actually going a bit too fast. Oof. That might actually have screwed us over in the... I retracted the flaps to be able to glide further away, reduce the drag. I actually considered turning around because the area we were flying over seemed flatter than this, so I'm glad I didn't. But I was very close to making that decision. Okay, moment of truth, gear down. let's get rid of the HUD. Do some rate of descent. A little wrong. Keep her steady, keep her steady. Yes, we're fine, we're fine. Whew. Excellent. Is this 14 minus 1 or this is 15 because it's already taking into consideration minus 1? I'm not sure. And okay, 4 extra. That's good. We need every repetition we can get. This space plane hangar. Okay, so Liselot is now has extended her career for 44 days. Good. Yeah, nothing here. Still in the gutter as far as reputation. Okay, let's look at next contracts. Okay, so now that we have unlocked the new node for airplanes, we can do this. 350 meters per second, well, in between 350 and 400 in level flight. So no more than 10 meters per second in vertical speed, either up or down. So I would say reach 15 kilometers with a crude vessel. We can do that. Reach 400 meters per second. I didn't pay attention to whether we can do this. Okay, so I'm going to run another simulation, see if we can use the same airplane to complete this contract or not. Okay, so the first, our plane is still capable of doing this. Actually forgot to accept it. It's experimental rocket planes contract, so let's go for it. It's still the same parameters, yes. But I am training our last astronaut, Manuela Richter, in it, so we'll have to wait for the training to finish. Where is it in? Yeah, yes, it's the next thing. But then she has to do the mission training. So let's do the downrange mission. I don't think I have to modify my launch script. I think it was already set up for this. Let's see. Okay, here we are on the launch pad. Let's get the contract up. What are these? Yes. No, we want... Wait, I do have this, right? I don't have it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Can't believe I forgot what happened there. Okay, so I have to make sure the rocket can complete one of these two contracts. So again, be right back. Okay, so I forget what were the parameters of the contract that I thought I hadn't completed. Like I remember trying to squeeze every little amount of delta V from the rocket design without having to retool anything. And that being a pain, and I don't remember doing that mission, so well, I still haven't edited that episode, so I guess I'll see there. But anyways, this one I just did a test with 555 units and got to 550, so we have a wide margin of error. So, and yeah, this is the difficult one, so let's do that. Now the thing is, I have to build it, and the question is what will be ready first, because if it's the rocket plane mission again, then I will end the recording here and practice landing that because I can't crashed, because it was a very different flight profile, so I went in way too hot. Um, yes, so build this, it's 555, yes, perfect. Okay, so it's 31 days for the training and 82 for the rocket, so yes, I will practice the mission profile for here, and I think, well, I won't end the episode here, I'll just continue recording it later or another day, so be right back. Okay, so we are back and we are ready to do the air launch. So I did practice a couple of times um, the landing. The second time I couldn't see the airfield, so I didn't really follow the same like mission profile, but I still landed successfully. And I think maybe, yeah, I need to lose altitude a lot faster at first to then come down to the runway at a shallower angle. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so here's the contract again. We need to reach 400 meters per second between 10 kilometers and 15 kilometers of altitude, and then go past 15 kilometers in altitude. Well, reach it. And then we get extra points if we land on the runway with a decent, well, descent angle lower than 10 degrees, which if it's higher than that, I'm pretty sure it's going to crash anyway, so. Oh, I did not notice we had an engine failure. That's vexing. Let's... which means I'm also overburning the other three. And we're already, yep, we're starting to lose them. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Oof, okay. Even worse. Oh, that's actually, I don't know if that's, I well, no, it puts, it makes us more nose heavy, not tail heavy at least. Uh, yeah, so, oh, we really got a bad batch there. Okay, so never mind the contract. Now the question is, do I want to try to make it to the runway or land? Or bail out? We still have, we're heavier. We also, I don't know if we'll make the runway like this. Let's try, we can always decide at 5,000 meters if I want to bail out or not. I mean, money-wise, we're fine. Low, but fine. Reputation is what's in the gutter, and besides the obvious fact that we don't want to lose yet another Kerbal, the reputation hit would also ruin us. Okay, I can see the runway. The clouds are definitely not helping. Uh, there used to be a mod, I don't know if it's still, it's up to date, or even like compatible. It's probably like It was basically you had a landing guidance. You needed to set up your own runway because it was set up to the coordinates, elevation, and direction of the runway at the Kerbal Space Center in Kerbin. But it would basically tell you how aligned you are with the runway, which direction it is, and how far it is. And I think also you could set up like a landing profile, so it will tell you if you're like too high, too low, too fast, too slow, all that kind of things. Would be great if we're going to have to be landing with clouds. We're also heavier because we didn't burn all the fuel, so... Oh, well, actually, that's not true because we also are lacking engines. But yeah, it isn't ideal. Aside from, obviously, the fact that we don't get anything for this flight because we're not completing the contract. Well, we do get some experience for Manuela. That's about it. Yeah, so I'm not bailing out. Let's try to land this bird. So then hopefully we just need to replace the engines. And get this back in the air as soon as possible. Second level flaps, and actually third. We're actually... I might have screwed up a little bit here. Let's slow down. We're already quite close. Landing gear. Okay, it's looking... We're going a bit hot again, but I'm going to try to, even if it means landing further down the runway, just flare up a little bit in the end. Easy, easy. Brakes. I forgot to set up the brakes. Whew. Okay, we're good. We're good. I want to check because usually when you get failures, you... Oh, we already have the full data units on the WAC corporals, so the RB engines. So we are at the maximum efficiency for this version of the engine at least. I don't know if we started with the maximum, because usually a failure gives you a lot of data points. Okay, cover the spaceflight hangar. Okay, so Manuela is going on a very well-deserved vacation. I'm going to, once this is recovered, refurbish the plane, add the engines that exploded, and let's see what happens first, this or the sounding rocket, like the next flight. Okay, we are ready to try again. Jean has trained for another mission again. She was the first one to fly a rocket plane, so hopefully she can pull it off again. I forgot the gear, I forgot the gear, I forgot the gear. That was bad. But we're fine, we're fine. Should be alright. We have 4 good ignitions. We're shining the sun on Jean's face, but she'll be alright. Let's get the contract up. Why are we losing speed? What gives? This is bugged. What? Why is it not accelerating? Ah, okay, yeah, that was because I still had two engines that had a failure in the previous flight. Like they did not explode, but they had a failure, and so they were still with a failure. From okay, that's on me. That's definitely on me. And oh boy, this is just an episode for me to practice landings, isn't it? I definitely don't think we're reaching the space center this time. So we'll probably just bail out. I don't want to lose Gene. We're also much heavier this time. We have half the fuel left. I don't believe this. I don't know if that was actually a bug. If recovering the plane to the space plane hangar and then setting it up for another launch should like fix the engines or not. I mean, in a way, it makes sense. Like if you just brought it in, but I thought part of recovering it is, I mean, surely it doesn't take 5 days to just roll this small thing into the hangar, right? And so I thought it meant like doing all the maintenance stuff and such. And the engine icons were not yellow, which is usually what happens when there's like a partial failure as loss of thrust or loss of efficiency. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is a bug or not. But yeah, from now on, every time I get a failure, go to the hangar, take off the engine, and put a new one. Okay, let's see once we get below this cloud if I can see the space center, but we'll probably bail out. And the 5,000 meters thing is just a random thing for me. I think with this cockpit you can bail out below 10,000. I'm not sure. I don't want to do it too low because I think I have to right click on her and find the parachute. Okay, we're below the clouds. I can't see the space center. Yeah, we're getting too far down. Okay, bail out. Ah, it's automatic. Perfect. Oh well, we're going to have to build another one. Last time I did a physical time warp with a parachute, something went very wrong. So I'm just going to follow this and I'll pick up the recording again once we're back in the space center. Okay, so finally something different. Um, let's verify first that we do have a contract. So 480 kilometers downrange, reach at least 140 kilometers in altitude, and yeah, 555 units of sounding rocket payload, which we have. So let's bring up the terminal. And we're off. We are now in 1953, which means we have more funds available to us. courtesy of the uh, space planes program. We're still terrible as far as reputation, but hopefully we can fix that soon. I Yes, I do have science because I think science also helps with reputation. So, and the airplane contracts were not giving us any. You need to reach at least 400. Was it 400 or 450? Either 400 or 450 meters per second to do the supersonic science. Wait, so I want to see how we're doing as far as downrange distance. Oh, right, I forgot we already finished the temperature, the pressure scan, so only temperature. Um, Apogee 168, so more than enough for the contract, and we shouldn't have any problem reaching uh, the target downrange distance. Okay, the music has started, which means we are now in space, if I can speak correctly. How are we doing? 187, so not yet halfway, but we still have some time to go up. Okay, we're halfway to our target as far as downrange distance, and still going up, so that's a good start. Okay, we are back in the atmosphere. We're running the temperature scan again. We've gotten, I think, 0.6 science, not a lot, definitely. I forgot if we're at 7 point, no, at 6.8, I think. I didn't really check. But we're less than 40 kilometers away from our target distance. And that is contract complete. 36 reputation. Again, I'm not sure if this is already factoring the -2 or not. You should check at some point. 190 confidence, and I will just follow this until it's below high altitude science zone and destroy it. See you at the Space Center. Okay, so finally a successful mission. Let's see what this gives us. So we still have this. Ah, yeah, these are the active ones. So now it's when we need to. I'm going to see if just by adding some boosters to this rocket, we can complete these ones. But it's looking like we're going to need a new rocket quite soon. And we also do have a contract for a jet aircraft, so it looks like we might have a build-a-sword in the next episode, either for a rocket or a plane. We'll see. But I think this is a good moment to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.